Hello, everybody. Today we are analyzing April, one of the Magnificent Seven stock for April 28th, a week ending. Uh, and we'll keep the whole discussion to simple, such that even a 12-year-old can follow it. And we will cover, as part of the discussion, we'll cover the daily trend, how the weekly setup is looking, key price points, any watchouts, and if you like our work and you are learning from this channel, please subscribe to our channel. And you can also visit our blog. The link is provided in the description of the video. Thank you. Let's jump into the jump into the chart. Here is the Apple chart on daily time frame. Each bar here represents 1 day of activity in the market. As you can see here, I'm pointing an arrow or yellow arrow. On Thursday, April 17th, we have had inside bar formation within the high and low of this bar. Friday was an holiday, so there was no activity. So Thursday is the only last day that we have for the month of April until now. So if we draw a trend line around this area, we will see some activity between these two bars in following days. If the stock price breaks between either low or high of this trend line that I've driven, we should see some activity or some price momentum following in one way or the other. So if we put in a bullish bar next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, whenever that happens, then we should see some upside momentum. We will not be sure if it'll continue to break the high of this bar somewhere here, but definitely at least it will show us a promise that the bulls are trying to take the price higher for Apple. But if it breaks below this level of 192 and continues to move down, then we should expect to see the prices somewhere around 170. On this chart, you can also see I have marked the highest point to the lowest point of this whole correction. So we have seen a 35% drop on the Apple in last 4 months. So that's a big correction. So it's a good opportunity for somebody who is looking for a long-term investment, but definitely not looking that great for a short-term trade. So let's analyze on the trend framework. Where are we? So this is a trend that I have drawn. So if the price has to move high, we see a series of higher highs and a series of higher lows. In this context, let's look at how Apple is. So we put in a wave one, and we are putting in right now a lower high. Sorry, it was a higher low. And if this level holds above for some time and continues to move higher, it can we can look back in time and say that this was a higher low relative to this level. So we can mark it as level 1, level 2. So level 2 is much higher than level 1. So it's a higher high or a higher low setup. And if the price breaks above this level, then it will be a higher high, higher low setup. And we should continue to see this pattern emerging in following weeks or months. So we don't have clarity as of now for this week at least. So unless the market gives us some direction on Apple, it's not clear if it wants to go higher or lower. Let's look at the weekly time frame and see what the chart is telling us. even on the weekly, as you can see, we are seeing a big downtrend continue to happen. And if my analysis serves right, we may consolidate in this region for some time before we move higher if the momentum is going to be on the higher side. But if momentum continues to be lower, even on the weekly time frame, we should expect to see much lower levels. The probability is low at this time because we have already fallen so much, up to 35%. The probability of falling much further is low just from looking at the chart, but there's a good possibility that we may continue to consolidate in this region for some more time before we press higher on this chart. So good opportunities for long-term investors who are willing to sit on this trade for more than a year or two. But for short-term traders, the direction is not clear. So wait and watch. And breaking on the daily chart, this band is crucial before we can take a trade one way or the other. Thank you.